I got it going. I'm getting better at this stuff. First, I want to apologize for not knowing PowerPoint yet, but I bought the stuff for it, but it's like number 34 on my to-do list. Okay, today we're going to talk about the chakras. Do you know the 7 chakras? Do you know the 12 chakras? Well, throw it all out because the teachers have a new map. The new map is this. No more old school stuff. There's not male or female. There's extrovert and introvert. And then the processing. The base is the processing. The sacral plexus with their fight or flight is the extrovert because there's action. And this solar plexus, which is digestion, is the intake. So you have the 3 sides of the triangle. Good. Now, you're going to work with this for years and years to get your sense of being. It is your first idea of your ego. The calling of the heart will be next. Most people exit their simple feelings of ego without any problem. But there's a dark side. If you choose not to exit, you become a narcissist. Life will be difficult. Narcissists pull people in to their energy, and yet they're never full. Eventually, people leave, but you just look for other people. I had the misfortune to have 3 important people in my life be narcissists. So I learned. Okay, they spoil your life and their life, and the others that follow them. One of the people, I asked him why he lies so much, and he goes, the ends justify the means. That's kind of what the political issue is now. They really believe that the end justifies the means, but yet lying ruins your integrity. You are not a person of value. So I feel for you. Now, when you do choose to go to the heart, you get the next step. See, the smaller triangle is part of the bigger triangle. So you learn to work with the others in your family or in the area or wherever. And it takes years and years for you to complete the matrix of your new ego. And that's part of growing up. And it takes years and years. Then you get a calling from the 8th. I bet you think there were 7. The 8th is part of the new one. It is at the back and base of your head, and it kind of turns things around because it then looks like this instead of just triangle. Does that look familiar? The point is the points, because a triangle has only 3 points. Things get more complicated when there's 6. Okay. Will you exit your ego and join in the spirit? Or will you leave love behind? That's a tough one. Not everybody wants to do that. But there's a dark side to this heart of ours also. The heart holds all feelings, not just love. The feelings of the dark are what we see now people dealing with. It's hate. They hate the woke, they hate the gay, they hate the other, and I think they hate peace because they love chaos. My brother was like that. He loves problems, and my sister too. Wherever they went, there was chaos. So, because of the duality of the heart, you have love, you have hate, you have envy, you have pride. The opposites cause fights and chaos. But the eighth opens you up to unity because it has multiplicity. You no longer hate the woke or the gay or the other or even Republicans or Democrats. You've plateaued at the heart long enough. It is time to move on. Exiting the first and second chakras, first and second egos were easy. The next one is not as common. The calling of the eighth is the introduction to spirit. In this new era, dare I say age, more and more choose to exit the earth ego and seek spirit. Now, before I start, I want to say one more thing. There are 12 chakras, and you already own all of them. There are breakthrough events that will happen. When this does, you know it's real. And when you hear the calling, you'll answer. That's the eighth chakra calling you. Spirit, spirituality works with this. Every chakra works with the gland, and the eighth works with the carotid gland. Not much is known about this gland, but upon autopsies, people who were regular meditators have a larger one. It all has to do with the amount of oxygen in your blood, thus carotid. That's the vein or something that goes to your heart. Meditation is the opener. What does meditation have to do with the gland? You breathe. It is the slow, steady breathing that activates it. When you sleep, you slow your breathing. You breathe deeper. So communicating in dreams become possible. I've heard 2 very good mediums say the chakra opened after 2 years of meditation. And a woman who wanted to speak to her deceased loved one, after a couple of years, it worked. She's very talented in many areas. I wish I could name them, but they're all famous. The eighth chakra changes things. Being in the back of the head, it flips things around, and then you have the illustration. The tools or the sides for this next set of chakras is the double named chakras. Is it the root or the base? Is it the navel or the solar plexus? Is it the third eye or the brow? Ben says there's nothing new, just lost for a while. Ben was my Eastern teacher. I stayed with him a long time. His first lesson was discipline because I totally lacked discipline. I misbehaved in class with the leader one day. And after class, he pulled me aside and said, I'm giving you the opportunity to study with a new teacher. I looked at him and said, you're sending me to detention. Yep. I'm so glad I went. Many people have already answered that call. People, healers, mediums, tarot readers, astrologers, channelers, NDEs, and many, many more. It is what happens when you answer the call to the eighth chakra. Now the dark side of not answering the call. You've plateaued at the heart long enough. The heart has all the feelings and how you act with others. When it is good, it is very, very good. But when it is bad, it is rotten. The negative feelings separate and divide you. Only your group is good, and all the others are bad. When you enter with the eighth chakra, you no longer judge. There is no good or bad. You accept all as part of the all. And that's why I call the eighth the unity chakra. I got to name it because nobody else had a name for it yet. So that's what I did. I hope you replay this a couple times. Forgive my errors. Forgive my math. Oh, one more. Hold on. There is a 12th. I promised you the 12th. This is a lotus flower. Doesn't really look good because you don't do the 3Ds. But like I said, it's the points that matter. This is more what it's like. It's got many points. It's when it multiplies. The lotus flower has many, many leaves, and that's why they started calling it that. But the 12th has so many points and angles and points of, it's just marvelous. And I've touched it a few times. I can't stay there. It is so wonderful. Oh, did I mention I've died twice? So I hope you watch this a few times and start studying your chakras. And in the meantime, because you can't wait 2 years, no, there's plenty more to do. You will start learning how to communicate in spirit. Spirit is a lot different than earth because they don't have nouns and they don't have times. They have names. When they name something, it is more like an Indian name. I was little one, quiet one, stubborn one, crazy one. I thought my last name was One. And we have a friend who likes to call names. Now, they tend to think they're smart with their lies and their tricks, but what they are is dirty. And so Dirty Don is a good name. And so that's basically what it is. Because if you lose your integrity, you're dirty. And nobody wants to be a Dirty Don. And one more name for him. I had a teenage daughter. And with them, it is always drama. I mean, oh, Lord, that boy doesn't love me. And other things. Well, Drama Donald, everything's a catastrophe. Everything's awful. Everything's bad. It's like living with an eternal drama teenage daughter. So I guess I've chatted enough. I do hope you enjoy this. Have a good one. Bye. Are you still there? I'm trying to end it. All right. Bye.